Hi, everybody. Let's talk all things Life After Lockup, Season 6, Episode 16. We're in a bad situation. Just get out of the house. So, on this particular episode, we watched Daniel and Bianca's relationship explode, and some more stuff. And I'm like, this couple has been a miserable couple from the beginning. I think that Will has a whole lot of, Will. Daniel has a whole lot of buried stuff, right? That he has brought to the table with him. I don't think that he's ever been attracted to Bianca. I think it was Bianca's money that made him attracted to her. She moved all the way from her home state to be with him, and now she's stuck with him. And any of you all who have ever had people live into your home, it is easy. They talk all kinds of stuff and tell you everything right to get into the home. And then once they get into the home, then you got to get them. It is so hard to get them out of your home. And that is what is happening with this relationship. Even according to Daniel. Daniel said he has been feeling like this about Bianca, but he has been quiet. And he has been quiet long enough to get his name on the lease. So in this episode, we see that the two of them are not sleeping together in the same room and that they're having issues. Daniel, has to go to work and everything, while Bianca says that she's going to go out and hang with her girlfriend. So he comes home from work thinking that he is going to have, one of them good old, oh, what you mean no sound? Hmm? No sound. Okay, let me see what's going on. You can hear me? Okay, okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, thank you. I'm like, wait a minute. The mic is blinking, like everything's going on this side. But Ray Della, it says she can't hear me. So Ray Della, you probably gonna have to go out and come back in. Um, we can hear you. Thank you, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate that. Let's go to a little commercial break and give Ray Della an opportunity to come on up. A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers and my users and reviews and all y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for auntie to rise. It's time for auntie to rise. It's time for auntie to rise. Okay, so we are back, and hopefully Ray Della's sound has been fixed. So Daniel has been with Bianca for her money, in my opinion. And like someone said, his mask fell off. Miss Truth said his mask has fallen off, and I agree. Because he said that he has been feeling like this for a very long time. And he's been silent about it until now. And the until now is until my name got on the lease. He is a felon. And it is hard for felons to find housing, right? People don't want them in their neighborhoods, and people don't want to rent to them. And Bianca is miserable because she doesn't have any friends. she is unable to make friends, and I don't know why. Maybe because she kind of like a little goofy. But the tables have turned on her, where Will is now drinking. Now, in the last episode, we saw Will when he was, talking about jumping out the car, and she was like, "Let me pull over," right? And he walked quite a while to get home. Like I said before, it is easy to get people to move into your home, but it is so hard to get people to move out. And she stuck with him because now his name is on a lease. But there always, Bianca, I'm sure he out now to get him up out your house. And I think that she need to be doing some research, some Googling, some AI checking on how to get him out of her house. She is absolutely miserable. Now, we remember in episode 13 when she was talking to the probation officer who said that they don't need to be together. Episode 14, she walks up on him in a club or at a bar with his friends, and he is drunk. So she's talking to someone who has had a Long Island iced tea, 2 shots, and 2 beers. That's what we know he's had. But we don't know what else he has. So trying to have a conversation with someone who is drunk is impossible and stupid at the same time. Now, Daniel says that there's an old saying that a drunkard man speaks a sober mind. And because he was drunk, he was able to say what he really felt about her. He doesn't like her. He don't want to be with her. She's dishonest. He don't with her. And he hasn't from the begin. When the last time we saw them, and I don't think it was last season, I think it was the one before that, when we saw them, he was absolutely right, like giving her friendship rings. This ain't serious. I don't really want this right now. Just all of the little stuff, right? Just buying his time in order for that lease to expire in the house that she was in so that she could put him on this new lease. So he comes home thinking that he is going to go up in there and chill because Bianca is out with her girlfriend. As soon as he comes in there, she's in that room. And he couldn't even walk to the kitchen to get himself anything to eat or drink before he stopped in and said, "I thought that you was going to go with your girlfriend." She said, "I didn't. I ain't want to go." And he was like, "All you do is sit in this room." And she's miserable too. I have been very hard on Bianca in this relationship with Daniel, right? But now I'm starting to see just the pitifulness. This girl is pitiful. I'm starting to see that she's just really pitiful. She's lonely. She doesn't have anybody but Daniel. She doesn't have the personality. She's probably an introvert and doesn't have the personality to go out and make friends or pick up a hobby or join a club or um, go to a center or be an advocate. She just doesn't have it. She has this new money from the accident. She's probably, one glass away from being an alcoholic again. And she is just absolutely miserable. And her whole entire life revolves around Daniel. And nobody, and then I mean nobody, wants someone in their life that their whole life revolve around you because then it locks you in. You got to come home and see him. You got to sit up there with them, right? And then, so when he confronts her, she says that she's depressed. Maybe she's depressed. And so, he was like, so they got into, as the argument progressed, when she came into the room to have the conversation with Daniel, right? Because they both were wrong, just wrong in their own way. And he said he needed some time. She should have gave him that time. She does not know when to shut up. Shut up. Shut up. If somebody says she says she wants her time, he said, okay, and I want my time too. Just shut up, get out the room. But no, she feels like she's the main breadwinner. He owes her, which I believe that in some ways he does, but he doesn't owe her his life. And if someone says, look, I don't want to talk right now, shut up. And I know sometimes it's hard. It's hard for me sometimes, especially when I feel like I'm just being shut out or shut down or whatever. But I tend to do that myself, right? So I know how that is too. But when a person wants their space, give them their space, because if you don't, it's gonna escalate. And so he tells her that she doesn't care about herself. All she does is sit in the room. And she said, and it's probably because I'm depressed, but you don't know me, right? And so she said, you don't spend time with me. So you don't know me to make that judgment call. And he said, the reason why I don't know you and I don't spend time with you is because you are in that room like that. He tells her that she doesn't care about herself. And instead of her addressing that, she turns the table and says, you don't care about yourself either because you're drinking. And see, that's the art of arguing. The art of arguing is not to turn it back on somebody else. Because she should have dealt with that comment that he made about her. Instead of saying, well, you don't care about yourself. You looking for argument now. And he told her, you are a dishonest person and I don't f- with you. Okay. They go ahead on the roll out. The thing about it is this couple never should have been together from the giddy up. The probation officer told them that they don't need to be together, that the relationship is toxic. And Bianca, because she made such a sacrifice, doesn't want to give up on this relationship. But from day A, this relationship should have never happened. Neither one of them are mature enough. And I think that Daniel is hiding things about himself and who he really is. She said that he signed the lease, and she believes that he signed the lease with her because he doesn't have anywhere else to go. Well, he already confirmed that he wants to take over that apartment. He believes that she is the one who should leave, and he's going to get someone else, excuse me, y'all, to move in. He's a user. He used her, in my opinion, to get that apartment and to get some stability. She said he has been working for 5 months and doesn't contribute to the rent. And she believes that the reason, she was doing it because she was trying to give him some grace. No, let them be responsible. Let him be responsible. He need to do what he's supposed to do as a man. And the thing about it is, if he was a real man worth his soul in the earth, he would have said, baby, you've been holding it down all this time. I got the rent. And now he's looking to capitalize off of her apartment by bringing someone else in there. And the thing about it is, you reap what you sow. So what makes him think that the person that's coming in there is going to actually pay the rent? I don't see it happening for you, Captain. And that's the truth about the matter. I don't see that happening for him. It's not going to happen for him because you reap what you sow. And she's saying, I deserve better than you. I don't know about that. I think she got a little low, a little low class. Um, doesn't seem like she came from anything, always probably was struggling with alcoholism. Because how do you not know that your girlfriend is drunk? You didn't see her sitting there in the restaurant drinking? Okay. Then that means that you were drunk. Because I would know how many glasses is sitting at the table. Yes, I would. I would know exactly how many glasses are sitting at that table and how much my friend has drunk and whether or not we need to take an Uber, a Lyft, or some other kind of vehicle, leave the vehicle there. And we both just, because evidently Bianca was drunk. Because, I mean, like what was going on? And even after the accident that Bianca was in, it did not deter her from drinking. We saw when Daniel first got out of jail, she was drinking. She didn't care whether or not the mother, father saw it, whether or not they approved of it or not. She was just straight up drinking. So she still didn't learn from that. She just got more money so she can buy more alcohol. But nobody wants to come into a house where somebody is depressed all the time and just sitting in a room and not doing anything with their lives, not making friends, not doing anything. So I see both sides of this story. I just feel like the two of them need to separate. But like I told y'all, I believe that he ended up getting into some other problems and stuff like that. And I just I think that he had some troubles that no matter how good she was to him, he would um never have stopped those things. Because I just think he's two different people. I truly believe that he is two different people. And so she gets so upset, she goes into the bathroom and she's crying, right? Because she's like, I don't think I want to be with you anymore. And he was like, she did me a favor because I pushed her to the point where she said it first. Ain't that a mother for you? That's a mother for you. When somebody say, she beat me too, because I've been wanting to say it. I've been keeping my mouth shut. She did me a favor. She broke up with me, so now I can feel better about myself. Even though I know that I have been using this girl. And she absolutely sucks the air out of the room. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. She sucks the air completely out of the room. Anyway, y'all, that is the end of this review. We're going to get to the other ones. I was like, okay, it's late, but we're going to get to the other ones. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for being here. Hold on. Let me go up here real quick. Okay, yeah. I thought that I had I could have sworn what's going on. Hold on, let me see what is going on. I don't know why I don't see it. I thought I saw a super chat and I thought I said thank you for the super chat. Was that on another video? Yeah, it must have been. Anyway, so I'm out of here. Let's get ready. Make sure them notification bells on because we coming right back.